What's up, Pisces? We're going to do a 7-day message, but listen, I'm picking up on, there's a certain part of this message that I'm going to go into later on that I feel like is like later on during this month, okay? It picked up on a certain energy this morning, but I don't want to linger on that energy and feed it. So I do want to give you guys another message. So that's why I'm doing it over again. But I'm still going to go over the energy that I pulled from this morning. It was very heavy. Also, guys, if it does resonate, please let me know in the comments and also like and subscribe. So we have mortality as your first oracle card. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. Pisces, you see how Alice's hair is like this? And also with skulls. Skulls could be significant here, but I'm getting here that somebody loves to dye their hair. Like you like to dye it, highlight it. Every time people see you, it's always a different color. But skulls could definitely be significant here as well. Okay, you might love skulls. Scully hats could be a thing that you used to, maybe you still wear scully hats, okay? But with the mortality card, Pisces, that is, I feel like it could be like death is a part of life, so make it count. So if you're not aware of this, this is like Spirit wants you to know that even though that you may have lost many people in the past, or maybe was grieving over somebody specifically that's in spirit now, they don't want you to stall on your ambitions. Spirit doesn't want you to keep yourself stuck, okay, and not focus on things that make you happy, okay? So there's something specific here where it's like, make life the best of it, but also include like your hobbies, your crafts, who you are, who you want to be. Don't stall that, okay? Because I'm getting here that it could definitely help you heal in a way, especially if you lost somebody in the past, or like you grieve over certain things that you can't change, okay? Something like that had to be said, Pisces, for your message. Somebody is stepping into that energy though, okay? We have falling here. Alice is fallen in this card, but it's very fast the way that she's fallen. She's falling into the unknown. It's also momentum and change with that card. Number 4 could be significant as well as the number 42. With falling here, you're going to go through a point in time this month. It could be within the next 7 days. I'm getting like the beginning of April. You're going to have a very fast change when it comes to something that you're doing. Okay, this could be in regards to if your life felt very slow at one point, something that you've been working on is going to start picking up, and it's going to be very fast. It's like one day you're getting up, you're doing your same old routine, but the next day when you're gonna like have like this change that happens, and it's gonna be like that. It's gonna happen in the blink of your eye, where it's like let's say that you're working on a craft or a hobby, right? Or you have a business that you've been working on. That's just for example. You're gonna have a time where it's like all these customers are gonna start coming in for wanting something from you, okay? Money is going to start flowing in. Applications that you've been handing out to businesses or just for work or something. Just, I see somebody's application being processed very fast, or something happening very fast. Something is picking up in your life that's going to happen like extremely fast. So action here, momentum is very significant for the next 7 days, but I'm getting it could be like the first half of April, okay? I'm getting a lot of 4s within your message, very similar to Cancer. 444, 44, 42. You could be born on the 4th or around that time of the month. But I'm also getting, okay, side note, the momentum could have it could have picked up last week. Something that you're doing, okay? The momentum. All right. What else for Pisces? Side hustle. Right now, you guys are currently working on a side hustle. This is not for all Pisces, but I get a Pisces that has multiple streams of income. You're currently working on that. You've been working on it for a while, and you are truly motivated to get something done. And if you felt like something was very slow, like I said, there's some type of change that's coming in this month that's going to it's going to be very fast. Okay, for example, if you have a business, like I said, it's going to start picking up. You're going to have more clients wanting you to work with them. You might actually have somebody that wants to collaborate with you, Pisces. Okay, I don't see that it's gonna, like, I see that you could be communicating with somebody in regards to collaboration, but it might not happen this month. It might happen sometime in May or June specifically. I see like a fair, like you might be going to a fair or an indoor um, it could be at like the convention center. I see something like that running in like June or July. But you're gonna collaborate with somebody here, okay? Safe space. Safe space is coming out because that's emotional sanctuary, comfortable solitude, protected vulnerability, and here I am safe. You could be spending a lot of time at home, okay? You could be spending a lot of time at home. But that's where you feel safe, Pisces, because um you're avoiding people and contact with people. I don't know why this is significant here. It's something about like Pisces is not in the mood for no fuck shit right now. I don't have time to go out. I don't have, and even if I do have time, I just want to lay up. I just want to lay up and watch Netflix and kick my feet up and work on projects that I'm doing. That's what I'm seeing right here. Okay? You're staying away from people that make you feel vulnerable and anxious, and you created such a safe space with yourself and your energy that it's like you don't have time for people to be budging into conflicted. Okay, poker space. Listen, I'm talking to a Pisces that keeps a poker face all day every day. All right, they can't read you nowadays, which is okay, Pisces, because I get that for Pisces all the time. All right, it's very similar to like Scorpio energy, where it's like people can't read you, but they want to know more about you. You might have a lot of people that is very curious to know your thoughts and your feelings, but it's like you don't have time to be explaining, okay, to people that don't understand already. Energy screams all. And if they can't read energy, what is the point of even explaining? Okay. Cuffing season is in the reverse. You could be single. I'm seeing that you could be single, possibly. I'm talking to this now. This is not going to resonate for all Pisces, but somebody here is single and you're not looking to mingle with anybody. That's why it's in the reverse. You might have a lot of people, suitors that want to date you, but you're not in the mood. I feel like right now, it's like you don't have time for toxic love. This is the toxic love. You may have just came out of a very toxic love situation. Okay? This person they have a lot of patterns that are that are unhealthy. You may have acquired those type of patterns as well when being around this person. Pisces, you might be getting out of a connection where it's like you learned a lesson with this person, but this person has not learned their lesson. That's why lessons learned is in the reverse. Okay, I feel like you learned a lesson, possibly. If not, let's try to heal. Okay, but baby steps. You're realizing that somebody that you were once connected to, Pisces, in the past, it could have been like an ex-spouse or lover, is very toxic and you don't want to deal with their shenanigans anymore. Okay, stars could be significant here. Star-crossed lovers, I'm getting, or that's what I'm getting, a soulmate, but there's too many things that happen between you and this person where you don't, it's like, I don't know, you might be taking a break from somebody right now, Pisces. You might be taking a break from somebody because you don't want to inherit anybody's toxic patterns. You're realizing that this person is no good for you. Okay, so that's something here. You may have just gotten out of a relationship and it was very painful on both ends. All right. This person is fucking stupid. We going into the other half of the message. Listen, this may or may not be your message. If it does not resonate, please do not even accept it as your message. Okay, use your own discernment with the stuff that I'm about to talk about. All right, it's given heavy masculine though on this other read. Heavy masculine. But we embody both masculine and feminine, so you take it as is. Use your own discernment on this other half. Pisces, something around the full moon of last month and the next full moon, somebody is going to attempt to throw some negative energy at you. They already did last month, okay? I'm getting that they already did with the last full moon, throw some negative energy, but listen, it barely scratched the surface, Pisces. It barely scratched the surface. The only thing it did was maybe throw you off into a point where your emotions are going up and down. Okay, your emotions have been going up and down. It's fluctuating. Okay, one day you're happy, one day you're not, or maybe in the morning you're happy, nighttime you're feeling a little blah. But that's the only thing it's fucking doing. Okay, that's the only thing it's doing. It's barely scratching the surface. Whoever keeps doing something to Pisces is over and over and over again. This person needs to go to cult members as well to help them do dirty work. Say you're weaker than shit, okay? To be going many times for somebody to help you do something. If you can't stand alone in this day and age, what the fuck are you even doing? What are you doing? You gotta go to... It could be many voodoo practitioners. Okay, I see a few, okay? This person could tap into voodoo, okay? They tap into baneful magic in some way. Okay, I see that many people go to this individual for many practices, which is okay. So listen, I'm not a voodoo practitioner. However, I do know that like when you actually dig down into what it is and actually like study it and read upon it, not all of it is bad. A lot of times voodoo practitioners can actually really help people that are being spiritually attacked, especially through spiritual warfare, because spiritual warfare is real. But this person is doing it because there's no real reason why this individual is really doing it, but I do see why as I'm going down. Like I did a message this morning, but the cards are still coming out the same for you, Pisces, so it's really set in stone. You have some type of momentum and change that's coming that this person knows about with the fallen card, okay? It's going to pick up very fast. Your life is about to pick up very fucking fast, and it's about to change. Something is about to change and shift. And yeah, it really is that for the Pisces. Something is really changing with the Two of Wands. Pisces, if you've been feeling like down and out or feeling very confused, stop. It's all an illusion with the Seven of Cups. It's all a fucking illusion. You got an illusionist here. Well, if that's what you really want to call it. It could put you underneath illusion. This person, I would say that they know what they're doing, but they really don't know what they're doing. I would have been fired them already. Okay? I would have been fired them already. Okay? They only choose to do this to people that have strength, that have some type of strength. They know that you have some type of willpower, because this is an individual that hates that you have strength, that hates that you're able to do things alone, that hates you because you're different, all right? It's something with your willpower. They feed on shit like that. Secret hater. This is an individual that is a secret hater, okay? Nine of Cups came out after the Strength card because, like I said, Pisces, you may have been feeling really down in the dumps lately, been feeling very lazy, not motivational, but you're gonna start that it's gonna start picking up. Like you're gonna start feeling the way that you were feeling, like happy, feeling like motivated after this energy passes through, because like I said, it barely scratched the surface for you. It barely scratched the surface. You got the Magician. Listen, the Magician is here because that's followed after the Two of Wands. The Magician is coming out because you're getting your power back. Your willpower is there. It's there. You're the Magician in the upright. This person had the Magician in the reverse when I first did the message this morning. This is you getting your energy back. This is you creating something. This is you having your momentum and being able to fight off whatever the fuck this is. Okay, like I said, it barely scratched the surface. You also had bad choices. This person made a bad choice, Pisces. Into fucking around and finding out. They're going to learn the hard way. They're going to learn the hard way now. Because this is barely scratching the fucking surface now. Maybe it did scratch the surface before, but this is not. It's like that energy's got to come back around somehow. The next time that, listen, they're going to be so dumb that they know that it's backfiring. This person knows that some shit is backfiring because they're losing shit. They're losing money every day. There's a bank failure going on. Okay? They're not able to eat. They're not able to put food in their fridge. They're not able to pay certain bills. Not even their cell phone bill. They gotta use Wi-Fi for the cell phone bill. It's something like that, all right? Bad choices is coming out because it's bad. This person had made a bad choice when still doing something. This is not the first time, Pisces. I'm picking up on the energy where it's like many a times this person won't grow the fuck up and just stop. Okay? A few more cards for Pisces. I just saw hex. They tried to hex you before, or maybe did in the past. But I'm getting here that, listen, I also had locked up that came out. This may have been a person that got you locked up in the past. I can't stand to see you with somebody else. This jail's coming out. I had locked up this morning. Something with jail here. This person may have been the reason that you ended up in jail in the past. Pisces. If you're in jail, I'm getting. They're trying to keep you in jail. Because they can't stand to see you with somebody else. This is a person that hates you at the same time, but loves you at the same time. They love you. To the point where it's like, if you're not going to be with me and you choose to be with somebody else, then I'm just going to keep fucking with you because I'm petty as fuck and I can't find nobody else because you're the person that I love. This person is an idiot. Poison. This person is poisonous. They're very soulless. They may have tried to poison you in the past. Oh, look at that. Karma is rolling in. Karma's coming out because the next time that they do something, it's already started. This person, they dug themselves a hole. I've gotten this morning, it's karmic debt. This person has racked up so much karmic debt when it came to you. The divine has stepped in. This person has no vessel. There's gossip going on around this situation, Pisces. Some type of gossip is going on. You might be hearing that this person has not stopped their shenanigans. Okay? You may hear about this individual. You're going to be like, I haven't heard his name in a while. Mind control. Imprisonment. Like I said, somebody is jealous. You're getting justice. You're getting justice for some type of imprisonment. Something's going to happen, Pisces, very soon. You're going to find out something in regards to this person on social media. All right? This person is on drugs. All right? They can't even determine what's real and what's not real. They wanted to put you underneath some fucking illusion. Well, the illusion's on them now. Because something's going to happen. This person's going to get caught with fraudulent activity. I see here that their karma is going to be put in prison, or their karma is just going to be that they're going to live the most shittiest life because they have no vessel. They got to return something in favor. All right, we getting off that energy. Okay? Somebody here is jealous of a relationship that you have. Okay? They won't let it go. Okay? Somebody is seriously like obsessed with you to the point where it's like, listen, it's been a little bit of time now. I think Pisces is allowed to move on. Like how long you want to be on his on their dick, okay? I said his. You might be a masculine, like I said. Anyways, let's hop off that energy because this person doesn't have a vessel. They don't have feelings. So even for them having feelings for you doesn't even fucking make sense. They operate out of their shadow. They're gonna get caught though. Something with fraudulent activity, like I said, something with social media. Facebook is significant here. Something with Facebook, because that picture had a Facebook on there. They might be something with fraud, and Facebook is here. Okay, the energy. They're gonna get caught, and they might end up behind bars. Something with the justice system. Okay, you're gonna get justice, Pisces, if you were done poorly or something happened to you where you ended up in jail and it was not okay. Okay? Anyways, let's get out of that energy. Okay? Because Pisces, what else do we need to hear? What is your... Okay. What else for Pisces for the next 7 days? Everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. Okay? Whatever feelings, whatever emotions that you are feeling, like especially during this time frame, just know that it's temporary. Something is only temporary. Like something is only temporary with some type of energy, Pisces, that's going on. You're going to get back to feeling happy. You're going to go back to feeling abundant. Okay, you're going to have a lot of movement very soon. All right, so just know that whatever you're going through is just fucking temporary. Anything is possible. You may have felt like things were impossible in the past. But Pisces, you're going to realize that something is fucking possible. It's like you're going to have a red carpet moment very soon. You're going to have a red carpet moment very soon with the Six of Pentacles. Okay? With the Six of Pentacles, you're going to have a red carpet moment where it's like you're going to start loving life. You're going to want to pour all that love and happiness and joy into other people, okay, that have been in similar situations like you've been in. But it's like a red carpet moment. Like you're going to have a moment of shine very, very soon. Okay? Where you are the person that everyone's looking up to. Where you are that person that motivates people and is a voice in some way for other people. That's what I'm getting here with the Six of Pentacles. Like you're about to be a voice for people and like a role model for certain energies here. Because if you may have thought that something was very impossible in the past, just stop, because something is possible here. You're going to have a red carpet moment very soon. Luck. Luck is on your side. Luck is on your side, Pisces. I'm talking to a Pisces that's been worrying for a while. You have no idea the abundance that you're going to receive very fucking soon. You could be Irish or have Celtic blood. Your ancestors are coming in heavy in the divine when something is going on this month and next month, Pisces. Because, like I said, this is very similar to the last message, but it's just bringing in something beautiful at the very end. Where it's like, if you thought that something could not be done, or if you were going to sit in the same spot, like fucking forget that shit. You're going to be outside this spring and summer. You're going to be outside. A new day. Okay, we're going to end it at that. There's a light at the end of the tunnel of something that's going on in your life. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Peace out, guys.